Luxury cars are not just about getting from one place to another. They are a symbol of identity, power, and a lifestyle that only a select few can embrace. For millionaires, owning such a car means more than speed and technology. It's about exclusivity, artistry, and the story behind every curve and stitch. These cars are handcrafted rarities, designed in limited numbers or sometimes even as one-of-one creations. They embody passion, precision, and wealth woven together into a machine that often costs as much as a mansion or a private island. For those who own them, the car becomes a statement, not just of success, but of taste, refinement, and the ability to access what most can only dream about. In this journey, we'll step inside the world of the top 7 cars that only millionaires can afford, each one bringing with it an experience so rare and so breathtaking that it blurs the line between art and engineering. 1. Rolls-Royce La Voiture Noire Droptail. Imagine stepping into a world where wood veneers are arranged like a symphony and metalwork is sculpted with the same reverence a master gives marble. The car breathes an aroma of leather and lacquer. Every stitch and seam seems to whisper a private story. You don't simply open a door. A ritual begins. A hush, a soft hydraulic sigh, and the world narrows to the curve of a dashboard that looks like an art gallery. The owner smiles as an attendant unveils a built-in cocktail table and a trunk that folds out like a yacht's aft deck. Conversations here are about provenance, about artisans whose names few remember. Driving is an afterthought. The vehicle exists to be admired, commissioned and personalized until it becomes less an object and more an heirloom. A private poem on wheels, impossible to ignore and even harder to replicate. 2. Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. The boat tail arrives like a rumor turned real. A Baroque silhouette softened by teak and brushed metal. A design note lifted from a sunlit harbor. Guests cluster, phones poised, but etiquette governs the moment. This car isn't for selfies. It's for slow, reverent appreciation. The rear deck opens to reveal a custom hospitality suite. Champagne glasses nestle in bespoke fittings, and a picnic unfurls with the gravity of a royal ceremony. It hums rather than roars, preferring conversation over spectacle. The owner treats it like a traveling salon, hosting friends who laugh in measured decibels and discuss collectors rather than headlines. This is excess that knows its place. Private, considered, and intentionally rare. A statement that says wealth can be tender, deliberate, and quietly extravagant.
3. Bugatti La Voiture Noire.
Here is myth made tangible. A silhouette so purposeful it seems carved by wind. The engine's pulse is an animal's heartbeat under velvet hands. And the cabin is a sanctum where speed is measured less by seconds than by the exquisite risk of poetry in motion. Driving one feels like translating a legend into motion. You learn new reverence for curves, for velocity that arrives with a smile and departs with a bow. Conversations in its wake revolve around engineering as art, bespoke aerodynamics, rare materials, and owners who collect cars the way others collect stories. When it parks, it doesn't ask for attention, attention is compelled. Owning such a car is an agreement with the future. You accept the strange responsibility of stewardship over something impossibly beautiful and enormously expensive. 4. Pagani Huayra / Zone de Variance. Step into Pagani's world and craftsmanship becomes a religion. Everything feels hand-shaped. The leather's grain, the metal's finish, the carbon fibers weave like textile. The car's presence is intimate rather than ostentatious. It demands attention through detail, not volume. Conversations inside are about sensation. The way the steering translates thought to tarmac, the mechanical clarity that turns adrenaline into a composer's tempo. Owners treasure the tactile feedback, the honest symphony of mechanical parts singing together. There's also a performative joy. These cars put drivers at the center of a private theater where each commute can become an aria. When shared, stories are told in low voices about track days, unlikely friendships, and the strange satisfaction of owning something both brutally fast and exquisitely fragile. 5. Koenigsegg Jesko / Agera lineage. Driving a Koenigsegg is like piloting a concept that never left the sketchbook, technology made tactile. The cabin is purposeful and tight, instruments arranged like mission controls. Acceleration rewrites expectations. The world compresses and expands in rhythm with the throttle. Owners trade anecdotes that read like adventure logs. A mountain pass conquered at dawn. A test lap remembered by the smell of warmed carbon brakes. A friendship formed over a swapped gearbox. It's an intimacy with engineering that few cars offer. Active aerodynamics, pioneering materials, and a relentless focus on performance married to surprising civility. Owning one is to be part of an inner circle where innovation is currency and every delivery includes a manual that reads like philosophy. 6. Lamborghini Veneno and Halo models. Lamborghini's ultra-limited creations exist to make the heart jump. Aggressive, theatrical, unashamedly performative. They roar like mythic beasts and parade like damaged gods whose purpose is to astonish. Interiors are alcoves of Alcantara and carbon where the driver is both performer and audience. Owners speak in superlatives, but also in fondness for the absurd. The impossible wing shapes, the fanaticism of design, the way light fractures on faceted panels. Social rituals around these cars are ritualized. Gatherings at private events where engines purr in a chorus, where deals are whispered over espresso, and where the cars serve as currency in a playground of the very wealthy. To own one is to accept a life that occasionally pauses for spectacle.
7. Ferrari Aperta.
Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta represents the pinnacle of what Ferrari can achieve when performance, heritage, and exclusivity are all rolled into one breathtaking machine. As the open-top version of the LaFerrari, it is even rarer and more desirable, with prices soaring into millions on the collector's market. The hybrid V12 engine delivers staggering performance while staying true to Ferrari's racing DNA. For millionaires, owning one is about more than speed. It's about being part of Ferrari's most exclusive club, with access to a car that symbolizes prestige on a global level. The Aperta combines drop-dead gorgeous looks with ferocious power, making it not just a supercar but a rolling piece of Italian passion. Its rarity guarantees that values will only climb, turning it into both a toy for the rich and an investment for the future. For ordinary people, it is a dream. For millionaires, it is a statement of power. And that's for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts, questions, or video ideas? Drop them down in the comments. I read every single one,